Hi everybody, St. Cross here. How's everybody doing today? Today we're going to talk about another system in Gaia, which is the artifact system. So if you're just getting started with the game and you've just hit Legend level 1, it's been 15 days already since you started playing, then the artifact system would have unlocked for you. And if you're wondering how on earth do you use this artifact system to your advantage and get stronger, then this is the video for you. If you are a player who has been around for a month and you want to know more about artifacts, then this is the video for you. If you're an expert player, then feel free to watch this video. Maybe you'll pick up a couple of things, or maybe you can have something to share. Something that I won't mention in the video, feel free to comment down below and share your experiences with the artifact system. I myself am a new player. I'm a little bit over a month old. And this artifact system has been very useful in getting me through mid-game, especially um, when I'm trying to unlock content, get past stages, which I had a hard time, which I previously had hard times going through. Then the artifact system was there to help boost my stats a little bit further. So, like I said, artifact system unlocks at legend level 1, and if your character is at least 15 days old. And that introduces this new icon right here on the bottom. And if you click on that, this is you know, what a player who has been around for a month looks like. In your case, it would be most of these slots will be blue. Some of them will be even empty. And you're probably, if you just unlock the artifact system and you don't have any orange artifacts, then this all would be grayed out for you. But don't worry, because this eventually you will get the longer you stay around. That is actually one of my biggest mistakes was that there was an event that made the orange artifact box available for 150 tokens. I bought 4 of those for the tokens and I used them all up, and I got 4 of these crown Poseidon artifacts. So that wasn't too useful. The first one was, but then the duplicates weren't. Um, so yeah, so these are the artifacts. You only really have 4 to choose from: the crown, the youth, the cannon, and the symbol artifact. Each of these artifacts, they have a certain, base stat configuration. So you see HP and fixed damage, attack and HP, fixed damage and defense. And then you've got the third, fourth, and the pink stat, which unlocks as the quality gets up, as the quality of the artifact gets higher. So if I click on this one, you see that it says attack, fixed, defense, and crit. Attack, fixed, defense, and crit. So it doesn't really change. Those are fixed stats. However, um, aside from the quality progression, you might have noticed that this says Poseidon. That doesn't mean that there's a different type of artifact for this. That is just tied to the quality. So for blue, it's Genesis. For purple, it's Apollo. Orange is Poseidon. So look at this one, it should say Apollo. And this one should say Genesis. Then you have red, which is going to be Hades, and pink, which is going to be Zeus at the highest level. So the higher the quality, the better the stats of the artifact. Alright? Now let's look at the icon real quick here. You've got this icon, and Gaia has this design team that usually employs this kind of implementation. You've got the color, of course, to signify the quality. Then you've got the star level here on the bottom, right? Any what do you call this? Artifacts will have a star level of 1 to 5. I don't have a 5 here at all, but you can imagine, right? Just imagine there's another star right there. Um, and you also have the artifact level, which is this plus sign over here. And then you've got this badge, which says Alt or Pro. You've also got Low, Fine. All of these signify the recast level, the recast skills level, the highest recast skill quality on that gem or on that artifact. So in this case, the highest. Let's click on recast over here. The highest recast stats on my Poseidon is orange. If I had a red, it would say holy, right here. If I had a pink stat in there, it would say God instead of alt. So for this one, you can see it says mid because everything's blue. The highest stat is blue. Okay, so that's the artifact skills. I'm sorry, not the artifact skills, but the um, the what am I talking about? That would be the recast um, skills. Okay. Then you have, aside from the quality, the star level, the artifact level, and the recast stats. Sorry, I called it recast skills a while ago. That's not accurate. So recast stats. You also have artifact skills, and artifact skills get introduced um, when you get an orange quality artifact or higher. So right here on the bottom, it says artifact skill. This is the crown power of gods. You can find out more information about them if you click on the skill tab over here on the right. So purple and blue don't have these skills. It's just showing that, but it's not going to be enabled. Now, when you do get an orange artifact, those skills are not enabled by default, right? And you need to spend at least 400 or higher. I can't remember the exact price of bound diamonds in order to enable the level 1 of that skill. So when you get an orange artifact for the first time and equip it, you need to spend some bound diamonds. Bound diamonds are not a problem in the game. You can get that from a lot of sources um, without any difficulty at all. And I would like to give a shout out to Shin for sharing that information with us. Hey Shin, how's it going? So let's go back to the artifact stats. Yeah. All right. So all of these things, the quality, the upgrade level, the star level, those come together in a way that you can, that in a way that you can progress or improve the quality of the artifact. What that means is that if you get a purple or higher quality artifact, even if you get a purple artifact, I'm sorry, that doesn't mean that you're stuck with the purple quality artifact forever. That doesn't mean that it's useless. It just means that you're gonna start off at a very low quality, but there's good news for our free-to-play players out there, um, because in order to you can bring up a purple quality artifact up to orange quality, up to red, up to pink. It depends on how long you're gonna play the game, and unfortunately you can't do it for blue artifacts, but purple artifacts, they're very easy to get. I'll tell you where later on. So if you get a crown Apollo purple artifact, let's say if you're super unlucky and all you got are 1 star purple artifacts, those max out at a level limit of 10, right? And once you reach that level, you can't upgrade it any longer. What you have to do is break through the artifact, um, and that will need you to, where did it go? That will need you to provide an additional quality level artifact. It doesn't have to be the same star. It just has to be the same color. So for upgrading from 1 star to 2 star, you'll need 1 extra purple artifact. For upgrading 2 stars to 3 stars, you'll need 2. 3 stars to 4 stars, you'll need 3, so on and so forth. By the time you reach 5 stars, and you break that 5-star through, it will turn into a orange artifact, and you can spend your bound diamonds to unlock the skill. Um, that's all there is to it. And the good news is that this goes up all the way to red and up to pink. All right. So yeah, in fact, one of my artifacts, I developed one of my artifacts this way from a purple artifact, and that's how I came to complete this. I mean, imagine how lucky you have to be to find this in a draw, that missing artifact in a draw. You're most likely gonna get duplicates, right? So yeah, same quality artifacts can break through and improve the quality of your existing um, artifact. I mentioned a while ago that, oh, one more thing that I wanted to, um, to share was that this symbol Poseidon, I did not have an extra orange artifact lying around. Um, so by that I mean in order to break through an artifact, it also needs to be the same type of artifact. So a symbol Poseidon can only be broken through with the use of let me just click on that. Actually, it can be. I'm sorry. You can, yeah, see. Wait a minute. I know I had a couple. How do I check my bag? All right. So in my bag, I have two um two crown Poseidons, and I have two cannon Poseidons. But notice when I try to break through, because this symbol Poseidon is already max. When I try to break through this, um, see that it says the highest level. None of the orange artifacts that I have um, are made available, and that's because for the orange ones you need the same type. Right. So for the cannon Poseidon, I don't have my breakthrough yet, but but for my crown, it's already maxed at level 80 because the maximum for 3 stars is 80. So I have these available, and I need one more crown Poseidon to be able to break this through 4 stars. Anyway, going back to the point. I believe I left this at 59 for a reason. So you level up your artifacts with the use of the artifact souls, and I'm going to hit the max, right? Level 60. Boom. So now that I've hit the max for the 1 star, I can now click on breakthrough. And because I have two of those extra, I have an extra book lying around, I can break it through. But I'm not going to be using the one that says I have a top tier recast skill. I'm going to use this one. Alright, so then if I break this through, I get some additional stats. 225,000 to be exact. And the best part about this is that it enables that red stat, the evasion stat. So I also gain 2,187 stats. That's what this means. Alright. Don't forget about it. What this says artifact unlocks at level 101. I have no idea why it says that, but apparently if you break through multiple times, it's going to be enough to enable that stat. And it's different from what it shows outside, right? So here you've got attack, fixed death, crit, but in the level up page, you've got attack, HP, attack, fixed death, crit, and the other stats enabled. All right. So that's how you break through, and I don't know if I have enough to actually show you guys how to. Let's see. On a low level artifact, because I really want to make sure that nothing gets lost in translation. I have 1,328. Will that be enough? So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna equip the purple one, okay, and we're gonna level that up. So 5, since it's only level 10, I think that's enough to make it to level 10. Level 10, right? Breakthrough. So unlike purple, unlike the orange stats, you can use any type of artifact here. You're not limited to just a crown. The crown type. So if I break through this one, it's gonna give me 2 stars purple, and that's all there is to it. All right. Also, you can, I believe you should be able to. Let me equip this before something bad happens. Right. Where's that level 10? See this level 10 here? I can dismantle that, and I'll get all my artifact souls back. What I don't know is, what if I break it through and then dismantle it? Will I get my artifact souls back? It does look like it. It does look like it, because see how this 2-star gives you 519 instead of, oh, never mind. No, I'm wrong. So for 500, if I dismantle this one, it gives me 507. But if I dismantle this, it only gives me 12. So the question is, if I break this through and I dismantle it, will I get my 507 artifact souls? Let's try it out. Might as well try learning something, right? So let's equip this. Okay. And let's go to our recast tab. No, not our recast. Level up. Break this through with one of our bad artifacts. I've got a ton of these lying around, so let's go ahead and choose that. Break this through. Boom, it becomes 2 stars. Ah, okay, of course. Then it still retains the upgrade level, so you don't start from 0. And if we replace that with this so that we can dismantle it, it will give us our 500 artifact souls back. Cool. And let's do that, because I need those. All right. That's all there is about, leveling up and breaking through artifacts. The next thing you need to know about artifacts is the recast system, which is super useful. Getting the orange artifacts alone isn't going to boost your CP. It's not going to boost your CP like multiple by a huge amount. You still need to do put in some work, and that is by acquiring other artifacts that have a good recast skill on them. So remember what I said about this badge. You'll know that an artifact has a good skill on them if they have these, fine or higher. Fine, pro, holy, god. Those would, don't even think about dismantling those artifacts. You need to take a look at them and see what they have. So see, this one has HP 226,000. This one has attack 12,322. This one has fixed defense, attack as well. I believe I have some down here. I have this blue book. See how this is blue, but it has a pro stat on it. So always make sure that you're checking the artifacts that you get, because some of them have some pretty awesome stats. And I also wanted to share with you it's a well-known trick, but if you're new, you probably don't know about it. But when you do a recast, it costs X amount of bound diamonds. That's the good news. So it's bound diamonds, not premium diamonds. So for example, remember the book. I had a book. So if we click on the recast tab and you click on the book, it just gives you the books that you can recast your stats from. And that's one thing that you have to remember. You can't recast stats across different types of artifacts, obviously. So I've got this pro stat here, which is SMH or Smash. And obviously I would want to replace a stat that is lower. And HP looks like it is going to be lower. So notice how it says 187. Now we could try a couple of things out. See if that is going, if we can get that lower, because sometimes these recast um, costs can go up to 500. So what you would do in this situation, just to see if it will allow you to get a lower value, is you go to your bag and you go to the. Is this the one? Nope. Is this the one? Yep. No, that's not the one. It was a book, right? Am I losing my mind? All right, this is the one. So the cannon, the blue cannon book. This one has the smash, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and equip that, um, and then we're gonna try and recast, right? Because the recast does two things. It puts the new stat into your equipped gear, and then it takes the stat on your equipped gear and puts it back into the stat that you're taking from. So in this case, we've now we've now reversed the whole deal, and we're gonna try it this way and see if it's gonna cost more or less. Oops, sorry. See, it costs only 63 gems to do this, and we get the same thing. We're basically what the system is thinking is, hey, this guy's an idiot. He wants to downgrade his stat from orange to purple. I'm not gonna charge him as much to do that, right? So if we go and recast now, boom, see what happens. I get the SMH on my real artifact, and the HP stat goes into the cannon where I took that stat from. And then the last step is to just go out of it and equip it. There you go. So now all my stats are orange. Let's see if we can do that again. What do we have for my symbol stat, I think? Right, so just like this one. See, smash. Definitely don't want to erase the evasion stat. Ooh, wow. 437 bound diamonds. So let's do that again. Let's say I go to my bag, go down to where the cross artifacts are, where the symbol artifacts are, equip that one with the stat that I want, right? And then go back down to recast and select the artifact that I really have, that my real artifact, and let's see if it costs less. See? Now it's only 87 bound diamonds and not 400. And these two stats will interchange or swap. You can click on recast. Boom. The trash stat is now on my purple quality artifact, and the smash orange stat is on my real artifact. So let's go back into the bag and equip that one. So this looks better. I've got my evasion stat there. This is awful. Alright, let's see do we have anything for youth? Nope, we don't. Alright, well, I'm just gonna leave that alone then. Yeah, and that's how you do the recast for artifacts. Okay, now we've talked about recasting, we've talked about the artifact level, the star level, the badge. We've talked about how to break through your artifacts, and all of these of course will cost you resources. And what are the resources that you're going to use in this artifact system? The most common or the main resource that you'll need are artifact souls. It's followed by extra artifacts like what I have over here. Okay, and the last resource is, which you're not going to need that often, are holy gems. And these holy gems are used to upgrade the level of your skills, right? Just because you've upgraded the star level of your artifact doesn't mean that the skill is gonna upgrade. So for example here, it just says equip orange S2 youth to upgrade. That's so not true. When you do upgrade your youth Poseidon, you'll be required to find some holy gems. So that's the third resource that you'll need, holy gems. So artifact souls to upgrade your artifacts, extra artifacts to break through your, the different star levels, and holy gems to upgrade the skills of your artifacts. Where where do you get these? That's the main question, right? You get these for free. Well, let's start with the with the paying players. The paying players can get them from the different events that pop up here on the top. Sometimes there'll be an event where you can buy an artifact, and it's gonna look something like this, right? So now the focus here this week is Dragonish. We'll create a video for that as well, and the shield system, right? There are sometimes Gaia will show a different set of rewards for that kind of event. But if you ask me, not worth it. um, Now, then there's also the free-to-play method, or actually, let's go with the mixed method. Um, the one that both paying players and free-to-play players can benefit from, and that is the weekend gala events that happen just before the weekend. They're usually 4 days long. Those will allow you to at the on the item redeem page. There's gonna be an offering to exchange 150 tokens for that event for an orange artifact box. And if you're just starting out and you wanna get your orange artifact, that's the cheapest way to get it and surefire way to get it, because that orange box is going to give you an orange artifact. It's not chance. It's not going to start give you a purple artifact from the pool. It's always going to draw from an orange artifact pool, right? For 150 tokens each. And if you do all the tasks, and you're gonna get one, right? Now let's go with the free to play method. The free to play method of getting artifacts is basically just doing your temple dungeons, daily temple defense, and doing it well, right? So it's not just about going to an event and then into this event and then just leaving your character on botting. That's not how. That's a nice way to really get people angry, because you can throw the game just by just by botting or not performing well. Um, so yeah, and you'll start getting those artifact boxes starting from, I believe, the hard mode. Um, yeah, so easy, normal, hard, insane. Don't worry, this I can't remember for the life of me if normal mode gives you artifact boxes. But I'm pretty sure that hard mode does, because I stayed on hard mode. And the way that you progress through this, it's not like the gear dungeon, I'm sorry, it's not like the other dungeons where you can probably skip, like the XP dungeon, I think. I think the gear dungeon also requires you to finish the prerequisite. But anyway, going back to the temple defense, you need to complete all the waves of the previous, difficulty in order to go to the next one. And you need to do this on a normal chance. You can't do it on an assist, right? So you've got 2 chances per day. Once you do that, you're on assist mode for 10 more times, and the reward would be these glory crests. So you need, make sure that when you're when you're aiming to complete something, you have to do it on your real chances for that day. Um, and no, you'll see how many waves here. So in easy, it's only 15. Normal, it's 25. Hard is 25. Insane, 30. Right? I'm only at insane. Another thing that you should remember is, uh, don't go to the next difficulty. Like most of the player base right now are on either hard mode or insane mode. And the gist of it is, if you're at 100 million CP or 110 actually above, then you can try insane mode, but you have to make sure that your team players are also at the same at that same level of competitiveness. Um, I know I know CP is not everything. It's actually more about stats and how well balanced the skills are. But the CP is a nice benchmark to safely measure if you're gonna make it through all 25 waves, or all 30 waves of insane mode. For hard mode, around somewhere around 40 million CP is going to at least give you a chance to go all the way to 20 wave 25. And the way that this goes is like um, if you get and beat the last boss in hard mode, you will get an orange chest. This is a different kind of chest compared to the one that is given in the Gaia event. The orange chest given here only gives you a chance at getting an orange artifact. You can get a purple artifact from it if you're not lucky, right? But this is the only way to get like an orange chest from the game consistently, and you can get 2 of them per day if you can beat the wave 25 of hard mode. So a major mistake is to try and go for insane mode and think, hey, this one gives you 30 waves, and it looks like I'm gonna get 3 orange chests every time I beat wave 20, wave 25, and wave 30, right? Wrong. You only get the orange chest from wave 30. You get these orange chests for wave 20 and 25 on your uh, the first time that you get through it, or the first time you defeat the boss. On Other than that, if you've already gotten the first clear reward, um, you won't get an orange chest until you beat the boss in wave 30. So even if you can finish, even if you can get up to wave 25, um, but you can't beat wave 30, or you die before, or the timer runs out before you reach wave 30, it's still better for you to actually go into hard mode and get all the way up to wave 25, because at least you're getting an orange chest. Whereas in insane mode, you really need to beat wave 30, and it's hard, I tell you. I only started beating it consistently at 1.2 million combat power. All right. So yeah, and then you've got hell mode. These are where all the hardcore people are. So wouldn't try it though, not yet. Um, yeah, so that's where you can get your what am I talking about? That's where you can get your artifact souls, and there you get a lot. Yes, especially in hard and insane. The more waves you finish, the more artifact souls. In insane, I think it's 5,000 for 2 runs, and that's a lot. You also, and then you get those chests, and then you get a chance. Then that's where you get your spare artifacts, and if you're lucky, you get an artifact that has a good recast stat, right? Um, Now, the other place that um, you can get artifacts is from the artifact draw or artifact hunt. This is also mixed. It's for free to play and pay to play. Pay to play gets the god key draws, where you spend real premium diamonds. Not really my cup of tea. And the diamond draws for free players. So I clicked on it. Why did I do that? They just spent 230 bound diamonds for that. I so didn't want to do that. All right. But the way this works is that you get a free attempt every 48 hours, and then it starts off at 58 bound diamonds. So I usually do the 258s, and then stop at that because it becomes a little bit more expensive. You get 10 attempts at drawing from this per day, but sometimes you get really good. You get really good recast stats from this. So if you have a nice bound diamond reserve built up, you can try your chances here. The same with the god key draws for pay to play customers. You know, you can get you have like the chance of getting high star um, artifacts. As the bound diamonds, they give you like a chance at the single star, but hey, that's also good. And then the worst possible scenario, like what you just experienced, you just witnessed, you can get these trash stuff. Well, I wouldn't call them trash; they're still valuable. Yeah. And then if you click on this, you get the percentages. All right. So that is, I think that's all that I can share about the artifacts. Um, just, as long as you're playing and you're playing consistently and you're doing your dailies, you're participating in events, you're saving your resources for the weekend gala, meaning don't don't use up all your keys, don't use up your keys and save them instead instead of using them at one at a time in the gear hunt. Um, Save all of those for the weekend because you get 200 points for that if you draw 50. Um, don't use your bead tickets right away. Those also can get you some points. You're bound to get like an orange box in the weekend gala event. I can guarantee that. All right, so that's all that I have to share. If you have anything, any questions, feel free to ask me down in the comment section below. Or if you've been around for a while and you wanted to share something with the community, please, please be my guest and also, leave us a message. Until then, have a good one.